Hello, I'm Nancy, and today on the Sanctuary of Sacred Space lectures, I'm going to talk about empathy and a little bit about sympathy, but mostly empathy. And our website is www.sanctuaryofsacredspace.com. And you can contact me there or through here on YouTube. Okay, so empathy versus sympathy. Well, what is it? Empathy is understanding and feeling others' feelings. And when you feel others' feelings, it can feel like it's a concern for you personally. People feel the emotions, they feel the spiritual, they feel the energy. Sometimes they feel a person's physical pain, and you need to understand if whether or not it's yours. So it's a perception of feeling other people's feelings and their situations. Okay, sympathy is when you have feelings for others, you have concern for others, but you're not feeling what they are feeling. And what you're not doing with sympathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes, which you are doing that with empathy. Empathy, you are just literally putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. Some people can deal with this, some people can't deal with this. Um, some people are just sponges, and when you're an energy sponge and you start getting all this incoming empathy coming at you, all this negativeness, you absorb this negativeness. You absorb a person's depression, you absorb their anxiety, their pain, their fear, and sometimes it's just not one person. Sometimes it's a group of people. If something happened around the world and you see it in the news and you suddenly feel like it personally happened to you, and you go through that depression and that anxiety and pain. Well, what do you do with this? How do you cope with it? Well, first off, you need to find out, is it yours? Is it something that belongs to you? Is it a problem that you're having? If it is, then you need to solve that problem, whatever it is that's causing that, and then release that energy, release all that negativeness. If you find that it's not yours, if it's somebody else's that you're picking up and you've been a sponge, you need to learn how to release it. Now, you ask yourself, okay, am I having the problems? Is this pain real? Is this mine? If it's not, then you have to figure out, who is this coming from? If you don't know who it's coming from, but you realize it's not yours, you're going to send it back anyway to them. And you can release the energy that you get stuck with as well. Okay, you try and you send it back. You just mentally go, okay, I'm sending this back to the other person. That's one way of doing it, but that may not work. If you are somebody who runs energy, and a lot of people nowadays know how to run energy, or they can do a visualization meditation by visualizing that the energy that is in them, the negativeness that's in them, is running down through their body, down into the earth. Or you can ask, if you don't want to do it that way, you can ask your angels, and your angels can help. And you can ask for them to come. And you, if they do, you will feel a sudden release, a lifting. You will feel lighter. And if you also are a healer, you can take that energy, turn it to light. If you are a healer, an energy healer or a spiritual healer, turn it to light, send that energy back to the person that it came from for healing. Now remember, you do not have to know who the person or people are that this is coming from. And sometimes it's not a person that's a human person. Sometimes it's the earth. Sometimes it's some of the trauma that's going on with natural disasters. Sometimes it's a group of people. So it depends on what the situation is, what you're feeling. So there's many ways of releasing this stuff. I'm going to give you an example of somebody that called me the other day, and she said, oh my gosh, we're having problems at work, and I'm getting all this negativeness. A couple of things happened to a couple people, and it wasn't supposed to happen to them, and I feel so depressed, and I'm feeling the anxiety, and I'm feeling this and that. And I had to stop her, because this is supposed to be an experienced person. Stop it. Is it yours? No. Then what do? Release it. Send it back. You know what to do. And had to stop and give this person like a reality check. So you stop and give yourself a reality check. If you can't, call somebody that does know how to give you a reality check, give you the right questions so that you examine the situation, see if it's yours, see if it's not yours. And that's what I have for basic on empathy today. And you can contact me at nancy@sanctuaryofsacredspace.com or leave a comment here on YouTube. And that's it for this lecture from the Sanctuary Sacred Space, Empathy.